So Steph Curry has been shitted on for his playoff late performances for years. And today, in a closeout game against the Denver Nuggets, while it was the first round, he stepped the fuck up.
He stepped the fuck up, and Nuggets, valiant effort, but going fishing.
Not enough. Now, before we get into the rest of the game and predictions on what the Warriors moving forward, let's talk about this late game performance from Curry, because it was chef's kiss, man. There were times that in that last 2 minutes, he didn't even have to go for those drives that he went for. And especially that last layup was borderline unnecessary, because he could have passed it on for an outside shooting. He could have outside shot. He could have made different decisions. And you could just tell if you caught this game that for whatever reason Steph wanted it. Like he give me that ball and I'm going to jaw this shit. And that's exactly what he did. And then specifically that last layup he made that completely closed out the game was fucking Draymond's there like moving. And he's even asking for the ball. He's like, I got you if you need a bailout. But Steph was like, nah. And then he went around, he did his thing, and boom, fucking gracious, beautiful left hand layup. And I was like, God. And then before that, I think it was the play before that, not that specifically, but the other shot that he made before that was also a layup, and which is, a little different from the shot Curry, the chef Curry that tries to keep putting up these late game threes that, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times do not go in. Steph has a terrible, I can't remember anymore what his record is right now, but like 2 years ago it was atrocious how bad Steph shoots, whether it's a three or not, in like the last minute or two of a close game in the fourth quarter. Absolutely. It was like 2 of 15 or some shit like that, and I was like, damn, this guy really can't close. And it's not something you think about when you're thinking of the greatest shooter of all time, but that's the reality of it. He just leaves you feeling a different type of way when he plays, because like it's art. Like, that's another thing, another side tangent we can get into, a rant. This game was another nice, gentle reminder of like what we're witnessing when you watch someone like Steph play. It is a fucking work of art.
Absolutely, man. Like the Denver Nuggets, man. Credit to their coaching staff. They threw like the final, like throughout the whole series, they threw the kitchen sink at the man. Shit, not even the kitchen sink, man. They just threw it the whole house at them, and it was working. I mean, at least for the first 3 quarters of this game, they were able to take the crowd out of the game. Like, yeah, they had a nice little cushion lead in the third quarter. Things seemed like things were going their way. Like the crowd, they took the crowd out of the game, despite with Joker getting those 4 fouls at the end of the third quarter. Boogie Cousins stepped up. Yeah, he made that 3 with 0.3 seconds left in the third quarter, and you're like, shit, Denver's up 7 points. They might be able to steal this. And
in that third quarter, midway through, Warriors are having a nice little run, cushioned by 2 back-to-back Curry threes, and I was like, oh shit, is this about to be it? But they didn't. They started missing some shots during that nice run, and I don't think that, if I remember correctly, they didn't end up taking the lead until later on. Yeah. But yeah, what a game. Nuggets fans, like, honestly, this year was not something to really care about. Preseason, the Nuggets were a team that I was very high on. Mm-hmm. I really thought this was your time, barring injuries. I thought Murray would come back like at some point in the season and get his feet wet enough. And this was before MPJ went down. And I'm thinking, okay, Nuggets have chemistry. This core has been together for a while. When I looked at the West, I was like, oh, cool. Lakers, like, whatever. I didn't think that Russ thing was going to work. But if there was anyone that could make it work, it would be LeBron. But at the same time, I was like, it's their first year. Chemistry is not there yet. Miracles don't happen in the first year unless you're the 08 Boston Celtics. And everybody else, like the Warriors weren't these Warriors that we're seeing now. Memphis, hadn't become the Memphis that they are now. So I was like, damn, this is it. This is the year for the Nuggets. And wow, did a lot of unexpected things happen. Like the Nuggets didn't do it, and then all the teams I just mentioned stepped the fuck up, except for obviously the Lakers.
Yeah, but it's like there's nothing to put your heads down for the Nuggets.
Oh yeah, for the future, you guys are still chilling. You guys are
absolutely.
still chilling.
Like, I honestly thought they might have been able to pull it out. I like that adjustment that Coach Malone did to put Aaron Gordon primarily on Steph Curry.
Dude, Gordon's such a good, valuable piece. We sweated him when he got added to this team last year.
Yeah,
we were like, yo, but Aaron Gordon's a good fucking player.
He is, but even though he kind of stunk it up in this series.
Yeah.
Like,
he's not. You just can't rely on him to be your
that guy
second star. I think he could rely on as a third or fourth star, though. He could be like a Kevin Love type shit.
Maybe. I saw Kevin Love like that, man. In that channel. But anyways, man, let's go a little bit further in what went on, man, with some BTD stats time.
All right, let's start with the winners. Y'all see Chef Curry put up a 30-piece plus 7 on the floor. He did have 5 turnovers, though, but he also backed it up with 2 steals, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 of 7 from the free throw, 5 of 11 from the 3, 10 of 22 from field goal. Klay Thompson, man, his splash brother, backed him up with 15 points, plus 6 on the floor, 4 steals, 3 assists, 9 rebounds, 4 of 4 from free throw, 1 of 6 from the 3, 5 of 13 from field goal. Jordan Poole coming back to reality with 8 points, minus 6 on the floor, 1 steal, 4 assists, 1 rebound, 1 of 4 from 3, 3 of 10 from field goal. And Wiggins doing what he's supposed to do, providing 12 points, 1 block, 2 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 of 1 from 3, 4 of 9 from field goal. And Draymond, man, he stepped up today just because of that one clutch 3 that he made today. Like, I was just like, oh my god, that when he made that, I was like, damn, this might be the Warriors win, because when the fuck does Draymond make 3s anymore? Yeah, and he provided 11 points plus 12 on the floor, 3 blocks, 1 steal, 6 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 of 2 from 3, 4 of 10 from field goal. And of course, Gary Payton II, who also had a clutch ass shot late in the fourth quarter.
That dagger.
Yeah, he put in 15 points, 1 block, 2 steals, 3 assists, 3 of 4 from the 3, 6 of 8 from field goal. Do not sleep on Gary Payton II. Of course not. It's crazy. He's one of those few sons of a basketball legend that is
pretty good player.
Yeah, he's a pretty good player. He's no, I don't know if he'll ever live up to the Gloves legacy, but I think if he keeps performing at this rate, he could be a very valuable role player for a championship team in the future.
I mean, he already is.
By very, I mean like yeah, you're right. I guess I'm thinking a little bit more valuable. You know what I mean?
No, he's definitely valuable, man. If you're thinking about,
I'm talking about a little more valuable than what he is now to the Warriors. Because you don't need him to be putting up these points to win a game. You know what I mean? Usually Jordan Poole will be putting up more points, and they got Porter Jr., they got Kuminga, they got other people that can make shots. You know what I mean?
Well, I think Payton II is more important than Porter Jr. I mean, if you watch more Warriors basketball.
No, yeah, but I get what you mean. Step up. I'm thinking like Gary Payton Jr. gets a fatter contract, and then you put him on a different squad where he's a more valuable role player. You know what I mean? If he were to get off the Warriors, I don't think it'd be that big of a loss. They'll adjust. No problem.
Okay, yeah, good point. Okay. All right, so Warriors are advancing to round 2. It's gonna be either against Memphis or Minnesota. Okay, 2 questions. So if you were the Warriors, who would you rather face? And number 2, what do you think would be a better series, like as from an entertainment aspect?
Better series is definitely Memphis.
Okay. Gotcha.
As much as the Wolves have been performing, Memphis is still the overall better team, in my opinion. Okay. I think like the Wolves just happen to be a very for lack of a better word, tedious, but not necessarily tedious, but just a rough matchup for them, in every sense of the word. And I think once Memphis gets past this, if they do, like, they'll become more of the Memphis that we were familiar with in the regular season. Okay. And then on top of that, you got those 2 stars in Memphis against a star-studded Warriors lineup, and I'm talking about Ja and Desmond Bane. Okay. Like, Bane to me now is a star. His name is starting to get flirted around nasty. And when I'm talking about star, I'm not just saying that he plays like a star player. I mean, like, this man is starting to get more recognizable. And I bet you in 2 years' time, Desmond Bane, if he keeps going on this trajectory he's currently on, he'll be all-star caliber player in every sense of the word, like all-star level playing, but also all-star level brand recognition.
Gotcha.
And so yeah, for that, I would like to see the Warriors in Memphis. And also, I think if you were to ask the majority of people, the consensus would be for now that Memphis has a brighter future than Timberwolves.
Yeah.
And the reason I bring that up is it would be nice to see the old head, quote unquote, old heads, Warriors, Dynasty, Core, whatever, previous generation champions versus like the possible new coming squad that may end up being future champions in the near future. You know what I mean? The not so distant future. And like this could be that first, second round meetup where it's like boom, boom, old school versus new school.
Gotcha.
As opposed to Minnesota, I don't think we're not really gonna get that because one, Cat's older, D'Lo's older. Like I'm not saying they're old heads, but you know what I mean. They're not as And Memphis is a newer, shinier toy as opposed to like, oh my god, this Wolves team, man, and vente pa acá.
Nah, I got
And then first, before we go into the other question, what about you? What would be the more exciting, the more hyped?
Hey man, shit man, if you can get Ja in there, man, playing that fast style with Golden State, love to see that happen.
You notice I didn't even talk about Ja too much this time.
But we shall see what happens because that series is neck and neck right now.
If you're the Warrior, okay.
If I was the Warriors, obviously I want Minnesota. They're the. I mean, they're both inexperienced.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, that was gonna be my answer. Like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Matter. And there's no nightmare matchup for the Warriors, as you know what I mean. Like in terms of, like, oh my god, if we face them, they have a certain area that we severely lacking. Like no, I mean, Cat's not that big man. That's like if it was Embiid or Giannis, sure, but Cat. Karl Anthony Towns?
He could, if his mind's right.
If
yeah, but I mean,
Draymond will piss the shit out of Cat, and Cat would crumble, man. Damn. I like you, Cat, but I'm just speaking the truth right now. Okay. And you don't think so?
I mean, yeah.
Draymond does that to people. Now Draymond gets under, or tries to get under Giannis or Embiid. Actually, Embiid I can see him get, but Giannis will fucking just smack him. Like, you try, sit down. Giannis is he's nasty, man. He's a Kobe. He's just a nicer Kobe. It doesn't come out of him until it is necessary. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So yeah. But also, I think if I was the Warriors, I would want Memphis, and the reason I would want Memphis is to shut that shit down, in the sense of like, everybody knows this story. When the Jalen Linsanity shit was going on,
the Heat shut that shit.
What was the turning point? It was when he came to Miami. It wasn't even when they faced Kobe and the Lakers. When Knicks came to Miami, and LeBron and Wade were like, "Fuck that shit. We're gonna fucking shut that shit down." And that's exactly what they did. And I feel like if I'm Steph, if I'm Clay, if I'm Kerr, cause I don't know how. If I'm Draymond, because I don't really know how Wiggins, Poole, really think about this shit. Give me the best, or give me the most hype guy. Give him to me, cause I'm gonna fucking show him what's up. You know what I mean?
Nah, of course.
And I think they'll have that mindset. Be like, all right, give us Ja. Give us Ja. Oh, he on his high horse right now. Let's boom. It's like fucking killing a fly. And that would be so exciting to see. Imagine they fucking swept Memphis. I don't think that would happen. But imagine they swept or the gentleman sweep. I think a gentleman sweep could happen. It'd just be like, oh shit, okay guys. Warriors are definitely back in town.
They're definitely back in town. I'm going to say it's over and over again. Well, I'm going to say it's quite a bit.
They're going to the finals?
It's going to be Miami Heat versus the Golden State Warriors in the finals. That's how it's going to be. And with the way how the Warriors are looking, I'm getting more and more scared. Because Steph Curry, he was coming off the bench the first 4 games because he was coming off that injury. Yeah, this man's definitely. And
he didn't even need to come off the bench. But I have so much respect for Curry in that sense. I know some other guys would be like, "Oh, why is he coming off the bench?" or some other shit. Or like Gilbert Arenas said, "I could never do that." And then someone, commenters tweeted like, "Oh yeah, but that's because Steph cares about winning. Gilbert cares about Gilbert." And then he quote retweeted with like, "Hell yeah, I do," some shit like that. And but that's why I respect it so much. Like Curry is like, it's not even just a humble thing, but he's just so logical. I think that he's just like, yep, fuck it, let Poole get his numbers up, get his experience in, let me rest. Like, why not? You know what I mean? Because he's so also confident in himself and who he is, which he has every right to be. It's like, and I agree with that. I'm like, bro, when you're at a certain level in life or in your career, it's like, it doesn't matter if you give the fucking intern credit or whatever, or someone else. It's like, everybody still knows who the fuck you are. You know what I mean?
Big boss. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, guys, but let us know in the comments what you guys think, man. Is this championship basically for the Warriors, or are we overhyping them up as right now?
That's another thing, man. Watching this closeout game, like, let's be honest, like, Warriors were playing this for like half their foot on the pedal. You know what I mean? Like, huh? You don't think so? Because if they were playing full on, I don't think Denver would have even gotten that nice cushion that they had. Because Denver kept it tight the entire time. And while Denver is a good team, it's still Murray-less and MPJ-less Nuggets. So I'm like, man, I think the Warriors came in a little ease, you know, a little relaxed, or not relaxed, laid back ish.
They're laid back-ish and
so,
lost.
I'm curious to see if that might bite them in the ass, because something Skeet said on No Dunks, which I've repeated on this channel before, it's like, oh, we have the same opinions. It's like, when you have a first round matchup that causes you tension, causes you trouble, it wakes you up a little, especially if you're a higher seed. It's actually good practice, you know. It tingles your balls a little, and and that Denver didn't do that for the Warriors. So there is a little part of skepticism in me, or not a little hesitation of like, are they gonna be too chill going into who are they? Oh yeah, it was Minnesota or Memphis. Actually, see, that's another problem, man. They're like the Heat, man. They're in a route in the playoff seeding that just like, there's no serious test until they get to the conference finals.
You're sleeping
now. They face the Suns.
The Suns right now don't have Booker.
That's gonna Well, by then I would hope so. How long is Booker out? Because that already be 2 to 3 weeks in by the time we get to conference finals.
Yeah. I mean, we shall see what happens then.
Oh yeah, if Suns don't have Booker, like, I mean, even now they're kind of struggling. Like, yes, they won the last game and they're up, but Pelicans can still come back. Cause yeah.
Yes, sir. Anything's possible. Anyways, guys, appreciate all the love and the hate. You guys already know Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all podcast streaming platforms. We'll catch you guys soon. For now, later.
Take care.